Welcome back. Happy Saturday. Time now is 7:45. A local fitness collective was working to bring people together through community-based movement. It's called Ralle, and it got its start inside a Minneapolis garage, but it has since grown into this large community event, classes being held all across the Twin Cities and New York City. Joining us now, Ralle founder Eli Goldman and Twin Cities community lead Liam Vance. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Let's just jump right into it. Eli, I'd love to ask about this because I've been following this journey since pretty much day one. You guys started out in a garage. Tell me how Ralle even kind of became a thing.
So it started out in my garage in 2024. It started a couple weeks actually after my mom passed from pancreatic cancer. And it was just a way I called a few of my friends. I was like, can we clean out my garage? Turn it into a space where some people can come together and move. I didn't really know why. It was just like I felt this need to bring people together, to move together, and realized, kind of the power that had in healing and then creating community. And then from there, we've kind of grown it, obviously, into a lot more. And it's really just focused on, even from the beginning, of bringing people together to move, but more so to socialize and hang out afterwards.
Yeah, and a quick follow-up question with that. When you came up with this idea and you called up your buddies, were they like, you're crazy for thinking this? Did you have any sort of setbacks like that?
I think that luckily nobody asked any questions and they just came over and they said, what do you want us to do? And it was that simple.
I love that everyone was just willing to play ball right away when you had this idea. Now, Liam, you are the Twin Cities community lead, right? So you're obviously in charge of all of the events that are happening here in the Twin Cities. We know that there's a big runner community, fitness community here. What has the turnout been like for all of those events?
Well, we've come a long way. And I will say that I'm one of many people that have helped build the community here, along with Eli whenever he's here. But it started, last spring. There was a call with about 4 of us, and we started, with friends and family running around Lake Harriet every Sunday. And since then, it's grown. And it's more than just those runs, but we've had 30, 40 people at a few, and it's been pretty special to see the growth. And obviously there's a lot of people who are excited about running in the Twin Cities.
And we'll talk about the other events that you guys are hosting, because like you said, it's not just running. What is the community like in New York City? I mean, for all of us, we're here in Minneapolis. We don't really know what New York City is all about.
Well, ironically, I'd say the community in New York City started with a lot of Minnesotans, because that was the only people that I knew when I moved there. Started with just a run club. I was just like, same thing, let's get people together. And that was before, honestly, the run club stuff started here. We started growing some traction there, and there's a million run clubs in New York. And then, they reached out, they're like, let's do it in Minneapolis. And then from there, that's when our variety of different types of events grew.
Now, what do you think kind of sets Ralle apart when it comes to these run clubs? Because we see, new run clubs popping up, it seems like every single week. What makes Ralle different?
I think, well, there's 2 things of why I feel like we're unique. One being that we don't just do run clubs, we do lots of different events, so that variety is really important, and it's important to make sure that everyone has a space. If you can't run or don't like to run, you can come to our yoga or whatever that is. Second thing is, we focus so much on the social aspect and the community feel and what happens after, or the feeling that you are when you're there, rather than the exact time we're running, how many miles, those things. Of course, we like to keep that stuff. It's important, the logistical side, but that side of it I think is really unique in the feeling that we want. We always say, like, we don't really care what the movement is, but we care kind of the feel and the social feel and the community feel that we have.
Really quickly before we wrap, I know we're kind of running out on time here. Tell me about the event that's happening today. You guys have a really exciting event coming up in just a few hours, right?
Absolutely. We got a trail run, and it's one of 4 runs this fall. It's a series with On, but Eli will be leading it, which is super fun because he's back from New York City. And then we have one more on December 6th that will be in the city as well.
Sweet. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you're interested in following along on their journey, you want to join some of their events like yoga, Pilates, and running, you can check out their Instagram, Ralle Movements. Otherwise, check out their website, rallemovements.com.